Alright, it says we're recording. I decided to go ahead and do a demo. I did not do the demo on my seasoning, but I can show you real quick. Excuse me, exactly what I'm using here. If you'll give me just a second. And I'll give you an idea of what I've done. Let me see if I got it focused here. Alright, let's see here. I'll let you look at it, give you a few seconds to read it, make sure it's in focus. I live in a small town where we don't have many choices in grocery stores. In fact, we have a BI-LO and 2 IGAs. Well, IGA is the only place that carries this stuff. It's Legs Old Plantation Seasonings. This little 8-ounce bag will season 25 pounds of deer, pork, bison, turkey, bear, whatever you want to make sausage out of. And it seasons it pretty good, but I usually, what I do, and don't mean that I'm exactly right, it's just my preferred method. This is, by the way, blend number 10. I didn't know there was different blends. It might just be that, because they do make pork rub and stuff like that, it might be a different blend. Anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. This here, I use this bag, this entire bag, for roughly 19-20 pounds of whatever meat I got. Makes it a little bit stronger is what you're thinking, right? Well, what I also do is, because I am so limited on what kind of fats and different things I can acquire, I have a buddy that's a butcher at the local BI-LO. I can get all the beef fat I want, but you can't bag up some pork fat. Everything they get is already pre-trimmed. Only the beef is not trimmed correctly, or enough, so they have to trim it. But so I'm limited on pork fat. I said all that to say that I can't get a hold of any pork fat. I've already thrown away the packages, but what I do is I buy 1 pound rolls of mild pork sausage. It's super fatty, because it is cheap stuff, and I of course I'd rather not even share the name of it, since it sounds like I'm talking about it, but the fact of it is it's tremendous help to me in the fact that it is so full of fat. I'll take 5 of those. That's what I've done with this. I took 5 of those 1 pound pork sausage rolls and added it to this. It is so fatty that it is pure white looking. And the grease, you can tell it's super fatty sausage. So that is what I use to substitute pork fat in my deer sausage. Seems to work out perfectly. I'm not saying that is a perfect ratio. It works for me. My sausage ain't too fatty, but it's also not dry like jerky when you finish with it. It has to have some kind of fat content. Now, I haven't tried beef fat. I'm sure I could take beef fat, mix it in, use this, and probably get the same results. But I tend to lean toward the pork fat. It just makes for better seasoning. I say it makes for better seasoning. I hadn't tried the beef fat, but in my way of thinking, the pork fat would make a better seasoning for sausage. So that's what I do there. Anyway, this is 1 8-ounce bag. Covers 25 pounds of meat. You don't have to do it the way I did. That's just the way I do it, and it don't last long. This is 24 pounds actually, because I had 19 pounds of deer meat cut off the bone, deboned, and I probably could have used my back straps and neck and all that, but I'm going to save my back straps and tenderloins, of course, for steaks and cube steak and stuff like that. But so it just happened to come out to 19 pounds. It was a young deer. Hadn't had any success myself. I've been trying to take my young daughter and put her on a real nice deer, and she had an opportunity, kind of, sort of. She saw it, but she showed some great maturity in the fact that she wouldn't take a bad shot on the deer. Very proud of her. Very proud of her. She didn't make a bad shot on the deer, and I am very happy with her for that. I'm not completely set up here, so this is going to look like a complete mess. So if y'all will just watch, I'll show you what I do. I just take this bad boy and I stuff it. Of course, everything's been pre-cleaned. Everything's clean. Let's go ahead and stuff this bad boy. And I want to say this is a 5 pound, or it might be a 3 pound. I'm not even sure. Container made by LEM. Was very fortunate. Of course, God's been good to me my whole life, but this here was a super big blessing. Gentleman approached me and said, look, I don't deer hunt no more. I don't fool with it. I don't do anything like that. He said, how would you like a sausage stuffer and a grinder? I said, man, that would be great. So I'm thinking that it's used. Well, when I get it, it was brand new in the box and even had the receipts in it. He paid $200, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, $200 for this sausage stuffer alone. The grinder was probably a $350 grinder. So anyway, to say I'm blessed is an understatement. And one thing I forgot. Been cutting, that's what I use to cut the packages open so I know it's clean enough to do this. You can take the time. Well, I didn't, look at there. I didn't have to cut it. B. Let's see here what we got. My table's clean too, by the way, folks. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I had some olive oil. Yeah, olive oil on my fingers and hands, and I like kind of getting that right there a little bit lubed up for the sausage casings to go on. And if you're wondering, these are real sausage casings. My local IGA, not only do they carry the sausage seasoning, they also carry real hog casings. And excuse the mess around here. I got a sick girl on my hand. That's why I haven't been making any videos lately. I won't get into details of that, but she does have to have surgery this coming Tuesday. I decided to go ahead and do this video because she's probably going to be down for quite a few weeks. I've been lazy about making videos lately. I still love my metal detecting. I'm not giving up on it in any way, shape, or form. It is a hobby of mine. And I know you're probably wondering, why am I taking this off after doing all of that? Well, it's because it's not going to go on there. I got this olive oil directly from Don Corleone, so it ought to be good. You notice I'm not doing this on a kitchen table or anything else. She may be sick, but she would still get my rear end for messing up her kitchen table, especially since it's over 100 years old. Anyway, what I'm doing here, I'm rambling on. I'm just sliding the casing, and I got a little bit cattywampus, but that's okay. Continue to go up, up, up. And when it gets like that, as you can see, you just pull it back down a little bit, slide it on, slide it on. And I know this part right here is boring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause y'all just for a second so you see all this I gotta put on there. I'm gonna pause you until I start cranking the crank, just to save y'all some boredom. Just give me 1 second. All right. Let's see here. Recording. All right. I'm not going to put you on. I'm going to show you a little trick. See that air bubble right there? I had forgotten. Been a year since I've done it. Just crank your handle a few times. It puts air bubble right there. And look how pretty and smooth that goes on. So much easier. Look at there. Look at there. And when it starts getting a little bit hard again, we'll crank it a few more times. Puts a little more air in it. Alright, now what I want to do is a simple overhand knot, just like that, and it's just that simple, folks, I'm telling you. A bit more air there, and we're all the way to the end. Now, what am I supposed to do with all that escape air? A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take and just go boop, just like that, and look at that. All that escape air just eases right on out. Alright, so let's see what we got going here. There goes that air again. Look at there. Looky, looky, looky. Let me see. Make sure that y'all are getting. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Let me oh Lord. There we go. A little bit closer. Y'all, I think I might have a hamburger for supper. Of course, you know I am completely joking. I do believe that we're going to have some good old sausage. Now, when you get to a point where you think you got a link long enough, all I do is take and twist it once, twice. There it is. Continue to crank. Lily, would you come, or Lexi, would y'all come and see if this thing is recording? It's kind of hard for me to see if it's recording. If you don't mind. Just make sure your cases are full, by the way. Don't fill them halfway, but don't overfill them. That is my oldest, Lexi. She's in college, second year of college. She used to hunt with me, but she went boy crazy. Oh my goodness. Smile at camera. So, hey. Okay, good deal. Just making sure. It was recording good, okay. All right, well, y'all, I don't know how long the video is so far, but this is pretty much it. And of course, I can back off of it a second. There we go. Pinch it. And I'll take and do about 2 twists. 1. Oh, we got air in it. That's another thing. Try to keep your air out of it. There's 2. Even though it won't hurt, see, I got a little bit of air there. It just looks funky. All right. But anyway, I'll do this whole pan. Here, I'll pick the camera up where you can see. I've got a whole pan full of that to do. I won't bore y'all with a whole bunch of it, but I guarantee you that I'm going to have a pile of sausage. Some family and friends. Don't have any family other than my wife and daughters, but they're going to be enjoying some sausage. I think I'm going to pause it, and I might pick y'all back up where I've got the finished product, But you see basically what I do. I didn't add the seasoning, but like I said, just use that pack right there of Legs Old Plantation Seasoning. Comes from Calera, Alabama. Lord have mercy. I wonder if Crimson Tide stained this. Goodness gracious. Looks like Georgia would have a place to make the seasoning. I'm cutting up, Alabama fans. We're coming for you. That's the Georgia Bulldogs. We're not ready for you, but we're coming. To all my Alabama fans out there, if we end up in the championship again, I hope we beat the britches off of you. If we don't, we still love you. We love you, neighbors. All right, well, I'll pick you back up at the finished product. Hold tight till then. All right, I told y'all that I was going to show you the finished product. And here we are. That's the last of the sausage. I decided to trade up on how I was doing it. I started running it all in one length and then just twisting it as I go. And that's going to be it. This right here, of course, will go. I couldn't find no sealing bags, so I bought the freezer bags. And show you the full finished product here. I can do this real quick. All right. And there we go. We have one big old pile of sausage to enjoy the rest of the winter. Next I'll do is probably going to be hamburger meat. But anyway, well, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll catch y'all on the next film. Don't forget, 100 subscribers. We're doing a giveaway. Just go to it says Memorial Day and GAW. Make sure you're a subscriber. Like the video, comment I'm in. You'll be thrown in for the knife. Shipping will be on me. Just appreciation for y'all following me and subscribing. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next go. See you then.